Hello, this is Hannah from the Centre for Community Journalism, and in this session we'll be discussing how to source free-to-use images. So you'll find that it's vital as a community journalist to be able to source images to accompany your news stories. Often website templates, such as ours here on the Community Journalism site, require featured images. And you can see here that I've used a mixture of so-called stock images and real-life photos taken by the team. Images are also really important on social media, which is becoming increasingly visually focused. But if you're not at the scene of your story, you may find taking an appropriate image difficult, and you may need to source a standard stock image to accompany your news story. And this is where sites like Flickr, Google Images, Wikimedia Commons, and now Getty Images can help. And we're going to start today with Flickr. First, you have to navigate to the advanced search in Flickr, which you can find at www.flickr.com/search/advanced. You can type in the search term of your choice in the top field, and I'm going to use UK floods for my story. You can also search by content type and media type, but I'll stick to photos and videos for the time being. But you can also search by date, which may be useful if you're looking for a particular event, which I am. So I've selected between 1st of December 2013 and the end of March 2014, as I know this is when we experienced really bad flooding here in the UK. The most important information to select is listed under Creative Commons. Now, Creative Commons is an organisation which allows content producers, such as photographers, to share their work through the web and allow other users to download and attribute this work. As I want content a photographer has allowed to be shared, I'll select only search for Creative Commons licensed content. And I'm also going to select find content to use commercially. Now, most hyperlocals aren't commercial entities, but if you have any questions, it's really worth checking with the Creative Commons team. And you can also find out more about this by visiting wiki.creativecommons.org and having a look at their FAQs. Now, heading back to Flickr, I'm also going to select content which I can modify or adapt or build upon, just in case I want to add any graphics or in any way alter the image. So now I can click search, and I'll scroll through the images to find the one that best suits my story. So let's have a look. I think I'm going to choose this image, which really encapsulates the UK floods, which is by user Big Ash B. So first I'll double check how the photographer wants to be credited by clicking on some rights reserved over there on the right. Here it says I can share, copy and redistribute the material in any format or medium and adapt this for any purpose, even commercially, so that's great. Now I can download and use the image I like. All I have to do is make sure I attribute it to the user Big Ash B. Now I can do this in a number of ways. So I can add a watermark on top of the image saying copyright Flickr Big Ash B, or I can link to the user's original image, or I can add a line at the end of my story saying copyright Flickr Big Ash B. So there's a number of ways I can attribute this work to the photographer. Now, another website where you can find free open access images is Google Images, which you've probably used before. But again, you'll need to navigate to its advanced site at google.co.uk/advanced_image_search. And here there are a number of ways you can whittle down your search to find your perfect image, from image size to region. But this time I'm just going to stick with the search term journalist. And again, the most important information to select is the usage rights. So I'm going to select free to use or share or modify, even commercially. Now you can scroll through and find your perfect image without worry of infringing anyone's copyright license. You can also find images by browsing in Wikimedia Commons, so all you need to do is go to www.commons.wikimedia.org. Now, all the images on Wikimedia Commons are freely usable, so all I have to do is type in my search term here, and I'm going to use street. And once I do that, I find a number of options of street views from countries around the world. So it's quite a powerful tool. Now, back in 2014, the world's biggest stock image providers, Getty Images, announced they would be releasing millions of their images for free to embed on blogs and on social media. So far, so generous. And while that sounds like a fantastic offer, it does, of course, come with a catch. So if I go to gettyimages.co.uk/embed and type in bus, I'm greeted with lots of lovely professional shots of all kinds of buses, including our own traditional double-decker. So when I click to select this image, I can use the embed function here to embed the image on my blog in a number of smaller sizes. So here I go, I'm going to embed the image. And when I embed the image here in my blog post, it comes with the catch, which is a watermark and information on the photographer and of course the Getty Images logo. So Getty Images can be a really useful tool for finding images, very professional ones, but only if you're happy with the watermark. Now if you want to know more, there's a great post on everything you need to know about Getty's embed tool at the British Journal of Photography, and you can find a link to this underneath the video. So in this whistle-stop tour of free-to-use images, the sites we talked about are Flickr's Advanced Search, Google Images Advanced Search and Wikimedia Commons. And finally, we had a look at Getty Images Embed tool. Now try it for yourself and give your feedback in the comments section.